North Korea has carried out yet another missile test. This time they fired a short-range ballistic missile. They also flew almost a dozen fighter jets near the border with South Korea. North Korea's military said that the latest tests were a response to provocative artillery exercises by the South. State media reported that the army took strong military countermeasures. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un has overseen multiple missile launches in the last few days. Pyongyang has described these firings as tactical nuclear drills. South Korea's Joint Chief of Staff confirmed this launch, saying that they detected the missile from Sunan area in Pyongyang. They also condemned the escalation of tensions by the North. Seoul imposed its first unilateral sanctions against Pyongyang in nearly 5 years. They've blacklisted 15 North Korean individuals and 16 institutions involved in the missile development. They've also said that the military was prepared and working in close cooperation with the United States. South Korea's military said that they had detected 10 fighter jets near the border and that the jets were flying 25 kilometers near the border. This crosses a reconnaissance line set by the South and triggers automatic operational response. The Joint Chief of Staff also said that they quickly deployed F-35 fighter jets in response. Japan has also condemned the attack.
一連の北朝鮮の行動は我が国、地域及び国際社会の平和と安全を脅かすものであり、断じて容認できません。関連する安保理決議を違反するものでもあり、我が国として北朝鮮に対し、北京の大使館ルートを通じて厳重に抗議をし、強く非難いたしました。
Now, North Korea had test-fired 2 long-range strategic cruise missiles on Wednesday. Kim Jong Un expressed great satisfaction over the recent tests. For more on this now, our correspondent Chris Gilbert is joining us from Tokyo. Chris, thank you for joining us. Another missile fire by North Korea. This crosses the reconnaissance line, as I said earlier, said by South, and triggers automatic operational response. So would you say that with every test, North Korea is now upping the ante?
Well, North Korea is certainly demonstrating that it is willing to continue these tests despite military responses by the United States and South Korea in the region. Of course, recently it carried out 7 launches in 15 days. Today's was its 27th launch of the year. So one might expect that they will continue. Pyongyang says the most recent one was in response to apparently 10 hours of artillery fire by South Korea near the border. South Korea, of course, is saying that, well, Pyongyang is the one being provocative. It is destabilizing the region. It is a threat to peace. And it has condemned that deployment of airplanes towards the border by Pyongyang, which triggered an automatic response from South Korea to meet them with their own fighter jets as well. So really both sides showing that they're not willing to back down. Pyongyang with its perceived isolation, its perception that countries are gathering around it and cornering it, and of course South Korea with North Korea developing a nuclear program. It shows it does not want to be intimidated either.
Right, absolutely. Now, talking about the response here, South Korea has also sanctioned individuals and institutions. How effective a deterrent do you think these will prove to be?
Well, South Korea has demonstrated a raft of responses to North Korea's missile tests. Of course, missile tests of its own, artillery fire, bombing drills. Most recently, of course, the sanctions blacklisting institutions and individuals. But South Korea is not doing this alone. It has a network of bilateral and multilateral relationships in the area, of course, with the United States. It's becoming closer to Japan as well. And Canada had recently been visiting the area as well. And so its reaction going forward is really going to depend on its relationships with these countries. And these countries are not singling out just North Korea. They are saying that they want a rules-based order for the whole Pacific. And that includes Russia and China as well. But a lot depends on how everyone reacts if North Korea conducts a nuclear test this year.
All right, Chris, thank you so much for joining us with all your inputs on this. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.